What is good, everybody? Welcome back to episode 8. Ash has gone international here. Dude, we haven't really spoken. How is Japan?
Dude, this is the first time that you and I have talked. The entire
Like
time I've been gone.
on call, yeah.
I know. It's been good. I'm not gonna make this all about me because I know we have a lot to talk about today. But yeah, coming to you live from the hotel in Japan. It's been a lot of fun. But the time zone really messes with things like when you're used to being like on a certain time zone and
Mm.
doing things like at a certain time. Because right now it is 12:30 in the morning for me. So it's midnight and I'm tired.
DJ
But we
hours,
made
dude.
it.
DJ hours.
Yeah. No,
It's
what I will say is I have been waking up every day at like 3 in the morning so I could go and catch up on messages and then also just check on like just see like what's been going on. And everyone's awake like at that time, like 3 in the morning my time, and then
mm,
like during the day it's just dead.
mm. And then you have to wake
So,
up for mints and like different yeah, it must be what's up, everybody in the audience? Appreciate you all joining. Throw some comment.
well there
Ash,
is there
tell us some Japanese, man. What have you learned?
well I haven't learned any, but speaking of mints, there is a mint that's happening in like 30 minutes.
Which one?
Overtrip, I believe. Or no, not Overtrip. It's Battle Derby. Battle Derby is minting.
Yes, yes.
So I'm
Whitelist?
keeping up with it, dude. It's just tough.
Yeah. You have whitelist for Battle Derby?
Yeah, yeah. Me and the group got it, so that's
Yeah.
hype.
Yep. Man, let's jump into it. Let's get my screen here. I wanted to make a new layout, but I didn't have time. I was oops, I got to present something. Present, share screen. Is it this one? I think so. Share. Boom. There we go. Yeah, dude, I just wanted to first look at the market, bro. I mean, I know you woke up and you just DM'd me like, what is going on? We skyrocketed to 64,000 or even higher. I think 65 or 64,000. It's showing a smaller top, but it did hit 64. Insane, man. What do you think of this pump? Do you think we're going to trade sideways? Do you think we're going to go down from here? What are you expecting to happen with crypto?
Yeah, this reminds me of when it was the what 3 years ago when everything just crushed, and so I think that this is probably the beginning of obviously it's the beginning of the next cycle. But if you think about the ETFs, and there's been a lot of data that's been going around about how all these ETFs are eating up all the Bitcoin, and that's like one of the things that's leading to this run. It doesn't really surprise me, but yeah, crypto is going crazy. It's awesome. NFTs on ETH and Solana haven't really been doing the best, but ordinals, dude, that is crazy. I know we're gonna talk about some ordinal stuff, but yeah, no, I mean it's very exciting, especially because we waited 2 years, we kept working and we stuck around, and now like to check the portfolio and to see it hit almost like all-time highs is just awesome again. So what do
You know
you
what?
think?
Dude, I still feel sidelined. It's so weird. So I have money in like I'm waiting to do a TFSA, which is like some Canadian thing where you could avoid taxes with your gains. It's limited, and I've been trying to put it in, and I put in the wrong account, and it takes 21 business days to transfer from account to account. Like it's insanity. I don't know why on weekends apparently like their text just stops working, and you need an extra day. So that for that I feel sidelined. I'm hoping we slow down, to be honest, because I mean I'm listening to a lot of crypto stuff, and they're saying it's not good if we break all-time highs. But a lot of people are assuming that the cycle is going to be shorter if we go too fast. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the super cycle thing's in play. But I've been listening to a few guys like Pomp and just some other guys. They have some really good points. Some stats here. He was saying and this is too. He was saying he understands if this is happening like the first week of the ETF, but it's been like 2 months. So every day there's almost $600 million of new inflows into the ETF wanting to buy Bitcoin, and there's only $50 million of Bitcoin being produced every day. So that's a 10x demand versus the incoming supply. And the supply is about to get chopped in half in April when we go to when we have the halving. So the demand, if it continues like this, is about to get way higher. So I think we can straight moon. So dude, I'm loving it. Obviously, you know what's great? Opening your ETH wallet, even if you have a small amount, and seeing like thousands of dollars instead of like, I remember, I don't know how many months ago, but you'd have one ETH and it's like $1,000. And you're like, man. And now you open it,
Yeah.
you have zero point 0.3 ETH and it's $1,000. You're like, let's go, dude.
Yeah, I have a feeling that kind of what you're saying is that the cycle might be a little quicker, which it could, but at least if it is quicker, I feel like we're going to settle a lot higher than we did before.
It just worries me I'm doing a lot of these, and I know you are as well. We're going to get into one that you absolutely crushed on, but I'm doing a lot of these deals, like these angel rounds or seed rounds or whatever you call them. And a lot of them, dude, it's like 6-month cliff, 24 months vesting. And I'm like, yo, by the time I get even 50% of my money, we're going to be in the bear market. So you need on TGE, you need to hit a dope multiple, which is a great segue into something everybody was talking about. Portal, dude. You crushed it. I faded, dude. I could have put in 20K into the angel round and it would, obviously it's gone down, but it would have been worth 7 figures. Now it would be worth high 6 figures. On day one, I would have been able to sell for 150,000 or something. I faded it. It happens. There's going to be more. Like I've just written it off, it's fine. But you crushed it, dude. You made, you put in a portion, you put in a few $1,000s at least,
Yeah.
if not more. Yeah, you put in a good chunk. So yeah, tell us how you feel. How you woke up in Japan and looked at it? What was your reaction?
Yeah, well, so for some context, like I'm not gonna sit here. I mean, now in retrospect, like it looks very, very smart of me. But I heard about Portal 3 months ago. ETH was at 2K. This was before the gaming run, right? So this like that whole thing hadn't even happened yet with NFTs. Like obviously everybody had been talking about the gaming coins and whatnot. And so I had a group of friends that they were telling me they're like, just put some in, and I just refused to do it. Like I didn't want to do it. And then eventually they kind of bullied me into it. So I put in 3 ETH at the time because I was just like, okay. Because as you said, like you had to put in like a pretty decent ticket. You have to do that with like a lot of angel rounds. And so, yeah, I mean, long story short, forgot about it. Expected the money to be 0. And then the 3 ETH that I put in ended up being like, and I ended up cashing out for about 10. And that's just on TGE. And then there's still 85% of those tokens that are locked up, not to mention the fact that ETH is now 3,400. So yeah, man, like that trade was just insane. And one thing that I'm noticing, and I'm sure you've probably seen the same thing, is like now everyone wants to farm everything. Now everyone wants to invest in every angel round because they miss this. And it's funny because there's going to be some good opportunities, obviously, but there's going to be a lot of scams. Like I think a lot of people are just going to be investing to invest. And don't get me wrong, when you're angel investing, you kind of have to do that. But
Yeah.
I could see people going a little overboard with this now.
Agreed. Yeah, I think the farming thing is definitely people are gonna not mute this kind of stuff anymore. A lot of people had muted it. I mean, the top farmer made like $250,000 for free just from farming on Twitter, which is insane. Like no other industry you can do that. DJ, how do you become an angel investor? You got to be in the right group, sir. You're in Wizard Capital, so you get all these deals anyways, sir. Even in Gorilla Labs, we offered we had pre-sale, but we also offered the angel round, and some people got in. Dude, one person in my community put in 2,500. It's worth $100,000.
Well, dude, you didn't even need to be an angel. Like I hear exactly what you're saying because you would get better terms, obviously. But for this specifically, like anybody could have put anything in this. That's the thing, is like this was openly available. Now, obviously, angel terms were better. So yes, like being in a syndicate and what you're saying is like obviously better. But for this specific situation, like what's so crazy about it is you could have put whatever. Like because there was a public round too. Yeah. So that makes the cope a little bit worse for a lot of people because they're like, oh, I could have bought into this. It's like, yeah, but just people faded,
And the public is still a 15x right now. So that's what's crazy. I know there was a seed as well. The val was low. I can't disclose the actual terms, but I think their vesting was Angel was really the best one. And like you could have got it in a lot of groups. I know a lot of groups are offering it. So now everybody's tripping or FOMOing a little bit, but yeah, coping.
The cope is crazy.
Yeah,
for sure.
Then the other thing that I see people asking about is Blast. I guess I could just go on the Blast website here. No, I'll just pull up some stuff. So Blast launched. I feel it was very underwhelming. I think a lot of people were here. I'm just going to put us on screen. Yeah, I feel a lot of people, myself included, were expecting a lot more out of the day one. I think it's going to be a slow cook, though. I think next week we're going to get I think a lot of the big tokens are waiting till next week. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to talk about Pump, all this stuff. We'll just go one by one. But I did not like the. I didn't even read, dude. I just pulled my money out, and so I lost that 10x multiplier. I do not like I don't know, just let me play without losing the 10x multiplier. I get it. I can get it back by interacting with all these protocols. What I did not like, dude, was that if you wanted to bridge back into mainnet after waiting months of having your money locked, it's now you can use Orbiter, so that's fine. But the first day you couldn't. It's 14 days. For what? Like it really made me think of my bank situation that I told you, 21 business days. And it's like, okay, this tech is archaic. Let's get some Web3 in here. You have Web3 and it's like, oh, you want your money? Yeah, 14 days. Why? Like, is your tech just, it takes 14 days for the technology to work? Or is this just the date you decided to discourage me from getting my money back and like not lowering your TVL? Like, I don't know. That part bothered me. Overall, I do feel it was somewhat underwhelming, but I think next week, I mean, we're going to go through every token one by one. But before we do that, let's get your take on Blast.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you said. Honestly, I don't really have too much else to add because I think that like a lot of people felt the same way. And I heard that there were like a lot of rugs that launched. I was not really around when like a lot of this was going on. I think that a lot of the bigger projects that are on Blast haven't really launched yet. So I guess it's one of those things that like we'll see, but you can obviously tell that the incentives are there to keep your money on, which I just don't like. I get it. Like it's like you have to play that game, but I just don't like it personally. I don't like the way that it's set up, but I know why it's set up that way.
You want to, speaking of rugs, dude, you see this? I put in 0.2. I'm up 500%. I think I'm a G. And then the dev just rug pulls 18 ETH. Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
There's going to be a ton of these. But the first one I wanted to show, yeah. So this really bothered me because everybody was hoping, right, that Blur was going to come out and be like, unless they did, let me check just so I'm not, yeah, okay, that's the last tweet. I thought Blur was going to come out and be like, hey, trade Blast NFTs on our platform, get crazy, like, 3x the rewards for our season 3, and everybody was going to go ham on Blast NFTs. And now they just tweet time for something different or something new. April. Like what? April? Dude, that's a month away. What are you talking about, April?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like obviously they know what they're doing, like I said, and they're trying to keep people engaged and they want to keep people around. And so that's why the everything is the way that it is with how Pac-Man is doing this. So whatever. I mean, I didn't bridge. I never had. This is actually what's funny is I told myself I was like, I'm gonna fade Blast, but I'm gonna 8 Portal, and that actually ended up being pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm not tripping about it.
Yeah, no, that was a good play. I do like what they're doing. I think it's gonna be a double-edged sword. I like Easy here pointed out, like all the gas goes to developers. They're giving them all the fees, 50% immediately, 50% over time. A lot of projects are giving like the whole airdrop rewards and everything back to their communities. I think this can backfire because like every rugger is coming out of the woodwork now and be like, oh, so I can create an NFT, scam people, and I'm going to get rewarded for the volume. Like I think there's going to be a lot of collections. I think we're going to see a lot of free collections just absolutely pop off. We'll talk about some like penguins in a minute. Yeah, Element is the marketplace. Here, I might as well just pull it up now. So let's talk about the first NFT, then we'll get into to meme coins. So Blast Penguins was like the first NFT to mint. You know what bothered me about this one? I kind of, in my video, I mentioned like this one is a bit sus. They're promising a lot. Like their white paper, just it's too weird. And it does seem just like a rug, but who cares? Because it's going to pop off. And a 0.01 mint, it absolutely did. It's sent to like 0.28. I know Skyline deleted his tweet. He did post something about how it was sus and it felt like the team minted a lot of their own NFTs. I know a lot of people submitted whitelist through Atlas and just didn't get it, but they never said if you do it, they'll take it. Most people I know forgot to submit, myself included, their wallets in Discord. So Skyline was saying like, oh, the team minted a lot of their NFTs, they're wash trading just to like establish a floor, and then they minted the rest, and now it's trading at 0.18. It went all the way up to 0.2. But yeah, if you want to trade, element.market is the only marketplace I believe right now that is allowing trading. There's When Market, which I'm in chats with them, but it's only going to be available I think next week. And Blur, late to their own party, only in April. But yeah, I mean, the first NFT to do, it's penguins. I mean, this just looks like art they had in the background, and they kind of just added a bee on the hat. I don't expect anything out of these other than it being the first NFT and people just trading them, or it's kind of the only exposure you can get. Talk about meme line and pump my bags. Yeah, we could talk about meme line a bit later. But yeah, Blast Penguins, great mint. But I'm looking forward to some others. There's a ton of mints going to happen. Blastopian's happening today. I believe they won one of the Blast Awards. I could be wrong on that for the NFTs. But I'm looking forward to Blastopians. I'm looking forward to, Blast Runners looks cool. They seem to have a really good game. I don't know the team, like nobody's docs, so obviously do your own research. But me, it's the mint prices that get me. They're getting pretty high, 0.04 for like these projects. We'll see how it does. But yeah, are there any NFTs that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, well, looking at this, because I actually hadn't even seen this is not really surprising to me. I had a feeling that like whoever was going to put their project out first, it was going to do well. I think a lot of people have been talking about blast runners, right? Like there's blast snipers. Like, I guess to me, I know that there's a lot of attention on blast. I feel like the coins are gonna do the numbers.
Agreed.
Like that's like I feel like it, like, don't get me wrong, like obviously this was huge, but it's just like I feel like paying attention to the tokens. I feel like it's kind of like what you said. There's gonna be some we'll talk about this, but there's gonna be some collections that just go absolutely crazy, and or coins that go absolutely crazy, and then there's just gonna be a ton of rugs. But if you hit the right ones, you're gonna be so good. Wasn't there one that did go crazy? It was BCat.
So BCat. So here's what happened. Yeah, I could pull it up if I'm able to actually find it. Let's see. It's probably gonna be.
I saw a lot of people. A lot of people were tweeting about that.
Banana cat. Yeah, I gotta. Here, I don't even want to like accidentally pull up a rug one. So basically, yeah. So what happened was people found out that you could install the RPC early, and then there was a way to bridge. You just send your money. You had to take a gamble, send your money to a random address and pray you get your money back. The gas was messed up. Like I sent 0.25 just to test it, which is now that I think about it in hindsight, it was a pretty big amount to send just to test something. But the gas on that was 0.5 just to send, but you could reduce it. If you set a gas limit, it was fine. But I still paid like $170 to do that. And then, yeah, you were able to start buying coins. And BCat did well. I bought Mia, which ended up rugging, and then this other Mia or MIA came out and went to like 20 mil. So I bought the wrong Mia. But yeah, BCat did really well, and that was like the first mover. But I think the ones that that people were paying attention to, there was Baja, which this was underwhelming to me, to be honest. Maybe it's back up now. Yeah, it's at a 2 million market cap. Like, this had the rumors of being from the MOG team. I don't know if it's actually real. Dude, this was a slow buy. If you got in, like it launched, you can get an airdrop on their website too, by the way, but it's worth like nothing. I think mine's worth like 0.004 or something. And that's only if you staked into Blast that you can get the airdrop. But yeah, dude, it was a slow little pump here, and it ran all the way to like 6 million market cap. It's down to 2.5. It's still good. It's still really good. I think a lot of people are looking for like that 100 million market cap, which we haven't. We kind of saw with Pump. Pump It also launched. This was the coin by the Wazis and Loomdart. Is it this one? Let me go find the official. This is what bothered me. I even commented on their tweet. Real Pump It, I think it's called. Yeah, they tweeted like, yeah, we are live. Like, yo, bro, can we get the contract instead of you just saying, yeah, token address would be lovely, sir. Thank you, Zeneca, for sharing it. Like, we're live. There's 15 pumps on the market. Good luck. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Why is it pulling me this one up? I guess I'm just going to pick this. Okay, it's at 20 million. A lot of people were upset with this. I mean, Loomdart even tweeted it. I think I have it here. Let me find it.
When charts look like that, it's never a good thing.
It's not.
But that's actually, that one looks a lot similar to Portal now that I look at it.
Yeah. So, dude, what happened was it opened up at like 250 mil or something. At least on the tool I was using I've been using Photon and Shuriken to trade. It opened up at like 200 or 350 mil, and I was just like, what? And then so I had 42. I was able to claim because I staked, so I had 42 tokens, and they were worth $50 each. I tried to sell, but there was a bug with Thruster, and I couldn't sell because this is launched through Thruster. Some people were trading. I guess maybe they were doing it directly on Thruster. I was trying to do it in tools, so it wasn't working. And it just immediately went from like whatever it was, 250 to 50. And then it was just bouncing so aggressively, dude. It was at $15 per coin, and then it would go to 2, and then back to 15, 29. Like, it was crazy. Snipers got wrecked, apparently. And then Loomdart tweeted this: I have zero regrets. Like, we're trying to do something incredible here. Minus the few death threats that I got here. I don't understand people that do this. Like, I get it. They're mad. They sniped a coin, but dude, that's on you. Like, you chose to snipe a coin, and it was, you're probably never going to get your money back. Let's be real here. Just take the L or buy the bottom and ride it back up and try to break even. But yeah, it was at 50 mil market cap at one point. It's at 20. A lot of people were airdropped these. Pudgies were airdropped these. ARC, which is a community, was airdropped these. Obviously, Wazies had pumped from like 0.6 all the way to, let's go Loom Lock NFT, all the way to like 2.2. Now they're back down. But this was like an incredible trade if you made this. The snapshot was taken here at 1.2. You could have gotten back in at 0.6. And I think they announced like they're going to be eligible for a bunch of drops. So they went all the way above 2 ETH. Now they're dropping again. But OG community, like, I don't think, obviously it's not fun taking a 1 ETH loss or whatever loss, how low they go. But Waz is a good community. So I wouldn't worry. Obviously it sucks, but it's not the worst thing to hold. It's not going to zero, at least not in my opinion. So yeah, this token, I was hoping I didn't like that it opened so high. I wanted to open lower, especially with the amount of people who had this airdrop, the Wazies. You're kind of just exit liquidity for their community. So I was hoping this would open lower and be a slow pump. Those were the two that already dropped. Some that I'm still waiting for. We got, of course, Pac Moon. This is going to be a fair launch. You can farm this either by using somebody's code, which you should use my code. Let me scroll down. They retweeted it. You should use my code. Here, boom. Guys, use code 866063. Not Ash's code, my code. So you could do referrals for this. You could do, if you stake to Blast, or just engaging on their tweets. If you engage on their tweets, if you tweet something and they interact with it, you're going to get a free airdrop. I don't know how much it's going to be worth, but I see a lot of notable people interacting with this account. So I'm looking forward to this one. Another one I'm looking forward to, which I think this one's going to be a standout. See, I hope this one opens up low and slowly goes up, is Blastoise. Like, dude, wow, dude, look at the engagement on this tweet, 200K.
Crazy.
Oh, they announced their time too. Nice. Monday, the 4th of March, 5 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, this one, I think it's going to get a lot of attention. And then the other one is BitConnect.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, one of those is a meme play. The other one's a utility play.
Both are meme. This is still a meme, but yeah, they have a bunch of things. They're trying to be a DEX. They're actually partnered together. Although DEXs are partnering with literally every single project. So, but this is like a meme and DEX at the same time. So they're trying to do like 6 different things. They're going to have an NFT collection, but
they're doing everything.
Yeah,
like, they are literally doing.
But like, that's the play, everything. Because they're going to get an insane amount of developer rewards.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they said they're giving back 90%, right? Maybe that's gone from the website now. Okay, no, here, 90% distributed to users, which is cool. So if everybody's using this DEX, interacting with it, everybody's going to try to get your attention, to get you to use them. Yeah, so these are some big ones. I haven't checked the comments in a minute. Hello, Ash Robin. No hello to me. Wow, okay. GMGM. All of them will get sniped and dumped. I hope not, dude. I hope they're taking precautions. Bro, BitConnect was one of the biggest scams of 2017. Is that the same one? No. This is a meme.
That's the joke.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's
That's
a
the
meme.
point.
Yeah. It's based off of like here they're using the BitConnect guy, right, in their advertisement. So
Yeah.
that's the joke. What's up, DB Zoom? I know virtually who the founder is, and it has nothing to do with the team. Toys looks funny. Yeah, I wish they would have done like a ticker like wet or something, but Toys I guess is good. Blast Toys, it fits.
Yeah. No, I think that like those are definitely some of the ones that I'm looking forward to. Obviously, Pac Moon. What's funny about Pac Moon is that Lambo, who's helping with that, he actually was talking to me. I talked to him about it like weeks ago when they had like 6,000 followers. And now like everyone is talking about it. And one thing that he mentioned is like within crypto and NFTs, like the best marketing involves incentives. And he's so right. It's just like you give somebody a leaderboard and a referral link, and the next thing you know, like, you know, you get the right people on board, and it's crazy like that. I mean, think about it. They've gained over 130,000 followers in the past like week.
Yeah.
Just the past week.
Yeah. They're mooning, and I like it's a fair launch. Like some of these other ones, we've even done some pre-sales for some of these, but them like I know they got approached by a ton of KOLs, and they're just like, nah, like where it's fair for everybody, so nobody gets in early, nobody gets an advantage. It's just airdropped, and then I don't know if they'll stealth launch it or how they'll launch it, but I really like how they're going about it. And then today we have a mint coming up really soon. I got to check the mint time on this one, but Blastopians, what's 5 p.m. UTC? Is that It's 4 hours. Let me go to my mint calendar here. Blastopians is at 12. Okay, it's in 1 hour and 3 minutes. You better stay up, sir, if you have whitelist. Yeah, Blastopians. I think this one could do good. You know, we typically get a character on a lot of chains that does well. And like I said, I think they won an award. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. I think or maybe they were like a runner up or something on the Blast challenge thing. But yeah, I like this one. Again, I don't know who the team is. They're not doxing me. I have no idea. I got whitelist for my group. I'm happy. And then the other one today was Blast Runners that we were talking about. Boom. Yeah, this is a cool game, dude. They seem to have put a lot of thought into it. It reminds me a lot of Wolf Game. Yeah, pixel art is fire.
One thing that I like about pixel art is it makes me think that they put like a little bit more time into it than these other projects, because pixel art is not that easy to make.
Yeah,
like this.
These. Let me get it on screen. Boom. Yeah, like these. These look fire. Oops. Edge runners. Like this. This one's dope.
Yeah, dude. Like this graphic is sick. I love pixel art.
Yeah, so I hope this one pops off. Especially again, have a whitelist for my community. We got full allo for this one, so we're happy. So I hope this pops off. It's a game. You have to stake. You want the edge runners. There's 3 characters. You want the edge runners because they're able to steal from everybody else. It's essentially the wolves of Wolf Game. I was never big into Wolf Game, so I don't fully know too much about it. But one question, Pixel Pal. We'll talk about Pixelmon in a minute. Blastopian team was Creed Alpha, one of the best bot for blur farming. Nice. Oh yeah, true. It is. Yeah, it is. And there's a pass. So if you have the pass, you get to mint 5, 4 at a discount, and 1 for free if you have the Creed Alpha pass. What about D Game X on? I haven't seen that one. I don't know it.
I haven't seen that either. Someone's just shilling their rug.
It's all 61K followers from November. Yeah, I haven't looked into this one. It looks like Oniforce, but like
that literally
way lower
looks
quality.
Like, it literally looks like it.
With lower quality though. It's still cool, but yeah, it's like a lower quality Oniforce. Minting at 5 today. Yeah, I have no idea about this one. I haven't done the research into it, so. I got whitelist for Blast Runners from Kanto. Shout out to the Kanto family in the audience. I saw Davin here before. I think you just let him in. He was really happy. If you had to kid or slap Ash Robbins, which would you do? I'd knock him out, bro.
Whatever.
All right, let's move on. Was there anything? Oh yeah, there was Sakai Glory. That was another one. That's a game. I actually invested into this one in their seed or whatever it's called, and it did well, dude. I sold my initial, full disclosure, so I'm already in profits, and now I have the rest vested over 1 year, so I could just hold for free, purely in profits. It ran all the way up to 16 mil, and they have a game. I know they also did airdrop. So if you hold a Kaiju King, you got airdropped. If you hold, what was the other community? A Junie. If you hold a Junie or a Kaiju King, you were airdropped. For the babies, it was really small. Like on one, I have 4 babies on one wallet. I was at like $100. Nothing crazy. But I think if you had a Genesis Kaiju, you got a decent amount. I know somebody has 3 Genesis and he got like $500 airdropped. And then there's something with, I think for if you own Nizuki, you need to like actually log in or something to get it. But yeah, that's cool. I like this meta where everybody's giving airdrops to NFTs, dude. I really like it. Some of them suck, like, you know, when you're doing to like 5,000 communities and each community has 10K NFTs. But I like the meta of NFTs getting utility via other communities. You know, it's like man, we can't drop a token, but what can we do? Oh, let's go like Pudgy did with Dim and getting an airdrop. So I hope this this keeps going. Cryptocurrency, are you planning to attend any NFTs events? Dude, I might do. I have some people who really want me to go to NFT NYC. I'll see. I'm going to Dubai though for Token 2049 in April, so I'll be in Dubai. We'll see for NFT NYC. It's not a far flight for me. I'm in Montreal, but we'll see. Did Blast Runners confirm a time? I don't think so. I'll hit up the team and ask them. But yeah, I think we can move on to our next super bullish news, dude. I think you're gonna go sweep. Did you see this trailer from Other Side?
Yeah, I did actually. And
How many apes did you
I'm
sweep?
not I didn't obviously. Yeah, I guess like it's just I'm underwhelmed by this a lot. I think one thing is that I see a lot of ape holders that they keep talking so highly about this and they're just like let them cook, like it's going to be huge, like they're obviously trying to pump their bags. And it looks cool, but it's like I don't know. It looks okay. I just don't understand like why these I don't know why these pieces of content that they are putting out look so low quality.
Yeah, dude. It's so underwhelming. Like I don't even like forget Web3. If you put this as a Web2 game, is anybody like, yo, let's go, dude? Like I don't know.
No, and
It's
I
not
think they're
exciting.
just putting stuff out. They're just putting
Yeah,
stuff out just because
yeah,
they are listening to everybody complain. So
yeah.
now they're just like putting out stuff that like isn't ready or looks like 5 FPS. It's just like why is this not at like top like whatever 120, 240, just anything, but like anything above what they're doing. I just don't get it.
I
The
agree,
point of
dude.
the game,
There was a lot of fun in the comments, though. Obviously, you know, people have invested. I think Journey they hold a lot in their treasury, so this is beautiful. Unless he's trolling, a lot of people, you know, also giving some harsh feedback. Manny has a good point. I'm excited about this, but it needs a lot of improvement. That's honestly like I think that's how a lot of people feel. We all want it to do well, but it's like, come on, guys, what are you doing? How much money did you raise? And just the burn. How much money did you burn of ours? And this is the kind of stuff you're putting out. Yeah.
I want it to do well. Like I think that and even in the DB Zoom says, what's the point of the game though? And it's like we don't know. Like the point of the game, like from what I think it's probably gonna be something like RuneScape, right? Like where there's like a whole world and then you can farm resources in different areas and in different parts of the world, like you can do different things. And I'm assuming that there's gonna be like, you know, personal lands and then main lands that everybody can hang out on in like a grand exchange. So like I feel like it would probably have that kind of vibe just based off of what the map is supposedly going to look like. But who really knows? Like we don't know. what it's going to be or like what ape coin is going to be used on it. Like that info is just not out yet. And I think one of the things that actually worked to Yuga's disadvantage was that, and one of the things that I think annoys a lot of people is that during this Web3 gaming meta, there were so many of these games and projects that came out of nowhere, and they just like they promised so much. There were just random trailers of things that were just dropping, and everyone's like, this is going to be the next big Web3 game. And then it ended up clearly like just being some mint that just sucked, and people are already forgetting about it. So now Yuga is having to like deal with the backlash where a lot of these other games are showing like gameplay, and then everyone's like, if these games are doing that, then why isn't Yuga doing it? So it definitely is not helping them. But
I want to go back some comments here. DB Zoom mentioned DJ in the audience. You'll be interested by this one. He says, I'm super stoked for Off the Grid. I agree. Play Off the Grid looks insane as a game. Like I'm not invested or anything. I legit just want to play this game. And I didn't know this. Apparently Super is going to get some sort of exposure to it. But this looks like, obviously the quality right now is not loading. Oh, it's because I have to go directly on YouTube. This looks like a game that I would play, dude. Like this looks like Apex, Call of Duty. This looks like a really cool game. I'm super excited for this game. And apparently there's an airdrop for Super via a collab. So DJ, that's for you, buddy, because he holds a lot of Super in the audience. And then for a project with so much funding, you would expect more, higher quality. I agree. Avalon, dude, I tried to get on a call with them. They actually booked me and I didn't see my calendar. So now they rebook. I missed the call. I hate missing calls. It's so unprofessional. I have a call with them next week to find out more. But yeah, this project looks cool. It's a metaverse play building. It looks like there's another game, Illumia, similar graphics. Oh, wow. It rolls through all these different worlds. One of them reminds me of Fable. One of them reminds me of Cyberpunk. I'm going to jump on a call with them. I'm really excited. It's like a big time vibes, but their game looks great. I think they're doing KLRL rounds, so I'm going to try to get in on that. Let's see what else here. Are the graphics worse than the first trip? I think it's just the trailer that they're uploading to Twitter is worse, but I assume the game. I mean, it's a way bigger world than first trip, right? So there might be some render issues, but not bullish on Yuga, dude. I think both Ash used to own an ape. I used to own a mutant. Like I took an L on my mutant. I want Yuga to succeed, dude. I do not want to see apes fail. I always shop apes. Like I always want to buy one, but I can't convince myself to do it because what are they doing? Now that they're doing the Bored Ape LLC, yeah, I'm a bit more bullish. But dude, right now all they're focused on is like on this Magic Eden marketplace with them. And like shout out to the Magic Eden team, dude. I had problems. They literally jumped on a call with me to go through they look at the code and what was the issue. Good customer service, but who cares? Like, why are all these projects like flexing? We're partnering with Magic Eden for royalties. Like, dude, we don't want royalties. How much money has Yuga made, and how much have they burnt through other side? Like, you think we want to pay them more royalties? We're here to trade. You have projects like Pudgy airdropping tens of thousands of dollars per holder, and then these guys are like, "Yay, let's celebrate that we're going to make more money off of you guys trading our NFTs." And I think part of the reason maybe why they didn't care about the floor was because they weren't making any money via royalties. Now that they can, they're more incentivized to get more trading, maybe a higher floor, but their contracts aren't upgradable. A majority of their collections, apes, I think Moonbird, unless they relaunch Moonbirds to get rid of the CCO, a majority of their collections can't be upgraded and you can't block it on exchanges. So it's like, what was the whole point of this huge campaign? I don't know. To me, it was just weird. Gonna keep going through. Send apes to 0. No, dude, I don't want to see them go to 0. I want to see them go back at least to 40. How is Nifty Island so far ahead with theirs? That's a good point. Like the Nifty Island is a good game, but I don't know game development too much. So,
well, Nifty Island, like they have a much less, like they have a lot less stress, right? Like if you think about it, it's also, so there's a couple of things. Like Nifty Island is definitely, it's an awesome game, right? Anybody can play it. You can go build things, and you have to just think about it though, that it's like they're starting from like here. Like I remember seeing what the Nifty Island looked like 2 years ago, and it's like they're starting from here and they're going like up, and so it's like they can like push these things out and get people in, and what play whatever. And I'm sure that the other side is playable to a certain degree, right? If you were to just cap it to like a certain amount of players. But the thing is like when you think about the other side, they are building from such a high expectation with all the money and everything, and so it's like they have to make sure that they put it out, and it has to be great, right? Like, because if not, they know that everything's going to tank in their ecosystem. And Nifty Island doesn't even have, besides the palms, like they don't even have NFTs, so, and they don't have like really investors in the community. It's like you just get to play it. So I think that like part of the reason, and I might be wrong about this, that the other side is not live and why people are not using it, or why they're not making it usable to the community, is because they know like they know how anticipated this is, and if they don't put out a good product like right off the bat, it's really going to hurt them. So I think that's like part of it as well, is that they have their back against the wall from the community. Whereas like if it was something like Nifty Island, it's like they can go live, they can go and they can put this thing out and they can improve over time because the expectations are a lot lower.
Yeah, and what I also like, dude, I got one of these. I don't know why. I guess for playing. Like, I don't remember. I spoke to the team. I never sent them my wallet. I got airdropped an Iron Palm, and they tweeted like, "Oh, we airdropped some NFTs. That's dope." And they're currently selling for 0.669. Like, they just gave me thousands of dollars for free. I was just like, "Yo, that's dope." Not even a token, just an NFT. Shrapnel went off the map. Shrapnel's cool. I just think it's still very early in its life. I don't think we're ready. DJ, I know DB Zoom. I could connect you guys if you want to talk about the airdrop here. But apparently, the airdrop for super holders is going to be the Hex NFT box airdrop. Nice. Do you play Apex? I did on Xbox, but I haven't played in I tried on PC, and dude, I just suck. And I was like, yeah, I'm not even going to try this. You could take an L with its marketplace as well. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Line in a second. Yuga has become a meme. They need Kevin. Yeah. Let's move on here. I did want to. There's a couple things I want to get into ordinals, but just real quick, dude. Did you see the Animus? They finally like announced stuff. So that this is their website.
I'm not paying attention to CloneX, dude. I'm just gonna call it what it is.
Was like tweeting. He was even pre anticipating the fun. Like, we're about to tweet a dope website, which the website is dope. But there's 39 different creatures. There's 10 different elements. There's all different rarity. You can incubate your eggs with either a clone or with the I gotta find it here, with the pods. They can only incubate once, and then I guess they're rendered useless after that. Let me just mute this because it's in my ears. So I mean, it's finally happening. You get to see what they look like. They look cool, but it is looking like it's. I don't think there's, at least not now, there's a game. You get 3D files. There's going to be rarities and stuff. The more ships and clones you use to incubate a single egg, the more you increase your odds of getting a rare one. The PFPs look cool. I don't like that they're fully sideways. I would have liked like a slight tilt, I feel, but I like the art style. Like, they still look cool. But the fully sideways, like I used one in the thumbnail and I was like, oh, it's fully sideways. That's a bit weird. But the monsters look cool. But like, I wanted more, and unfortunately, like, they went down after they announced this, dude. They went significantly down. There was not even like a little pump. It was just like, oh, this is just a new collection, a new IP. Boom, down. So yeah, after 1.5, I want to say, year of waiting, it's disappointing. I'm a fan of Artifact. I like the IP. I'm wearing my Artifact. No, I'm wearing my Maverick Kaiju shirt. I don't own any though. I took the L on it. I lost tens of thousands of dollars on Artifact. But yeah, this was like, the website's beautiful. I'll give them that. But overall, like, this is not what the people want money, dude. They want to make their money back. They don't want games and stuff and like more collectibles. So yeah, overall, I think people are disappointed. You could see it in the floor price. They need to, if they need to do a token or something, dude. Get that floor back up, or do some airdrops for your community or something. But yeah, I can see you don't really care about this. I don't know if you have
This
any
is
opinion.
100% a you thing. This is all you, dude. Like, I could not care less about this at all. I just can't. Like, yeah, I don't know how else to put it. Like, this is you. I know that you have been like a big supporter. There's a lot of people there are some creators that like they care a lot about Clone X, and I'm just like, dude, it's just underwhelming. Like, I think one of the big issues is like, I don't know anybody in the community that does anything anymore. I don't know the founders, dude. Like, it's just like, to me, it's just so boring to me.
I feel you. I think a lot of people are hoping it comes back. How often you check your application? I don't know if this is for Ash or myself. Not too, like, I don't let in that many people, so I check it once in a while. But yeah, it's hard to get in. There's not many spots, and it's a 20K collection. Yeah, it was supposed to be 30K. Clones are also a 20K collection. But let's move on to ordinals, sir.
This is where the real money is. We know we're talking about blast and stuff, but dude, ordinals were the gen wealth for sure.
Yep, we faded, dude. Node monkeys at 0.6, bro.
I made money on node monkeys. I sold them at 0.3, and to be fair, they did dump to like 0.15 for a minute. Like, they were there for at least a couple weeks, and nobody was talking about them, and then boom, like they picked back up. So look, I've made money on I made money on node monkeys, quantum cats. Like, I stacked my Bitcoin bag, which now is huge because it's been going up. But if you pull up the node monkeys chart, pull up the node monkeys chart. Pull this up. Dude, look at that. It's up only. Is that not crazy? So there's node monkeys are going crazy. OMBs are at 0.9. So they're going to hit 1 Bitcoin to our while we're sidelined. And then Bitcoin puppets, which was a complete degen mint,
which we tried to mint and got botted, and then we were like, "Oh, I'm not buying this because we missed the mint."
Yeah, dude. If you think about this, how much is 0.2 Bitcoin? Is it 12K?
It's 12,000. Yeah, 12 or 13, 14K. Yeah.
Yeah. This project has the same floor as like Milady's, right? Like, it's higher than Moonbird's. Dude, like, to me, it's hard for me to really put it into perspective how when you look at a lot of these ETH collections that will hype things to the high heavens, but then you have like these collections, like, I get it, like, this doesn't happen every day, but it's like, when was the last time there was a degen mint like this that launched on ETH or any other platform that was strictly just launched and then is up there, like, that did this crazy? Was the last time, was it Goblin Town? Like, I don't even know. But yes, Natsu, I agree. Like, Ink, I think Ink is probably gonna be one of the big ones for sure.
Yeah, did you is Derby live, dude? I didn't mint mine. Did you mint yours?
Yes.
I didn't mint mine yet. How do I
I think
mint?
Goblin Town was the last degen mint actually that cooked super hard on ETH, which is sad because that was like 2 years ago.
Sorry, just give me a minute. I want to. Actually, I have 3 hours, so I'm good. I'll do it
Yeah,
after the show.
good. You're good.
Yeah. So yeah, no, dude. Ordinals have been doing incredibly well, and I missed out from laziness, dude. I didn't want to bridge into Bitcoin so many times. It was pure laziness. So I mean, I've made money on plays, but I never had enough to buy like an ordinal maxi biz or something. And it was pure laziness. Same thing with quantum cats. They went down to 0.169 for like a second. They were at like 0.19. Then they ran all the way back up to 0.3. This one the other day, I was pissed at this dude. They rugged our whitelist spots. I was really upset with these guys, but they did well, doing very well. They meant it for like 10 or $15. and they're currently worth. They ran up to 0.03 Bitcoin, so they're doing well.
Which is a
Obviously,
lot.
this is a derivative of both ordinal maxi biz, orange eyes, and puppets. But it's cool to see a derivative being embraced. It's kind of like Miladies, right? All the Miladies derivatives like get little random pumps and stuff, or have good floors.
Yeah. So this is the question. So now that Node Monkeys has pumped, now that OMB is pumped, when do we buy these?
When do we buy what? The puppets?
The monkeys, the OMBs. When do you buy anything on Bitcoin?
I'm waiting for orange eyes for OMBs. I really want one, but I'm gonna wait for orange eyes. Hopefully, there's a dip in green eyes, and then I'll get myself positioned. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of orange eyes, depending on the floor, of course, and then I'll get a green eyes or something. Hopefully, there's a dip, but we'll see.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why do you think that while ETH pumps, ETH NFTs take a shit, but then when Bitcoin pumps, all these collections are mooning? Not only are they not dumping, but they're all mooning. Why is it that you think that this happens?
I don't think it's necessarily just because ETH is pumping. I just think the culture is very different on Bitcoin. Whereas ETH, it kind of feels played out. A lot of the collections are like, what's exciting that's launching on ETH that like you're looking forward to
right now?
Yeah, not as a flip, as like this project is dope. I want it. I want exposure.
I mean, Persona obviously already minted, and I still think that a lot of people are going to use those as PFPs when the art reveals. I feel like the reveal period is really like holding a lot of people up. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I know exactly what you're saying. It's like I saw a tweet where somebody said that like the ERC 721 model is dead, and I kind of don't disagree with that. The thing is that it costs so much to inscribe a collection on Bitcoin that you have a lot less assholes that are coming onto Bitcoin to launch something, because you have to pay so much, and that requires effort from somebody to try to like launch a successful project on Bitcoin. Whereas like on Solana and on ETH, it's so easy, it's so cheap, so you can just launch whatever, and so people are willing to do it. Whereas I think, like, honestly, to answer my own question, I think one of the reasons why these collections are doing so well is because there is not that many collections that are super quality on Bitcoin, but people want the exposure, and the community, the people that are buying these are a lot different. Like it's I think that all the whales are all on Bitcoin now. Like there's not as many ETH whales as there once were. Like back in the day, there were a ton. Like people used to sweep, they'd be like, oh, this person's sweeping, this person's sweeping, whatever. And it's like you got people like, and I'm not gonna like whatever. But when I think about selling big influencers like Art Chick used to be like really big into NFTs, but now like Art Chick is only on coins. Like I feel like people moved away from ETH NFTs in a big way, whereas like there used to be like these influencers and these big names that they used to sweep a ton of stuff on ETH, and like that's what used to happen. And so I just think that is just, it's just not happening as much. And with like the low supply of quality and the high demand of ordinals, I think that's really what's making that happen.
Yeah, the coin thing is, I think we've even had these convos, especially with a lot of other content creators. Like, dude, there's so much more money into coins, even just as an influencer. Like, dude, the coin people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars just calling coin, just shilling you coins without saying like they're being paid to do it. So like, there's so much opportunity in coins, but there's also so much more volume. Like my portal video that I did, dude, in the first 24 hours, it had 5x my average views on an NFT video. And it was like printing. I'm like, yo, I got to make more crypto. Like my subscribers were printing, my views were printing. I was like, yeah, I got to make more crypto videos, dude. I know it was topical, so everybody was searching portal, and like I had a good thumbnail and all. It worked out really well. So I don't think if I just start making crypto videos, it'll just naturally do that. But it's definitely something I want to keep exploring. And I think a lot of people, there's just so much more volume. Like NFTs are very niche. I love NFTs, and I think we're both good at trading NFTs. We understand it really well compared to like meme coining. I don't want to say the word because you can get banned on YouTube. But somebody asks here, are you still into Persona, Mr. Ash? Are you still looking into it? You don't have to say if you still hold, if you don't want to.
I'm waiting until the reveal happens and we'll go from there. But
Agreed.
yeah, it is funny because like the puppet derivative is like it flipped Persona, which is just so funny to me. Obviously, like we understand that like it's like Bitcoin, like there's a lot more money there, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely I still like Persona. Like the art doesn't change. Like obviously their team is solid. I just think that like people's attention span in this space is so small. It's so low, and it definitely is a problem. But I mean, these projects like they get paid to keep that attention, or else they just die.
Did you see? And you know the funny thing, there's no royalties on Bitcoin too. So on ETH, you see all these people raising millions of dollars and then cry about royalties. Like, dude, what startup is startups raise like 200K, and it's like, hey, go build $1 million company. In NFTs, it's like you'll sell a project for $3 million, and then you're like, we can't sustain. We don't have royalties. Like, what are you talking about? But on Bitcoin, you don't have any royalties. Did you see the sale? Inscription
Yeah, I
number
saw.
2, 24 Bitcoin, dude, $1.4 million. And it caused like a pump and dump on the budgies. They ran all the way to 0.12 Bitcoin, now sitting at 0.05. Like, yeah, obviously you were gambling if you got into these. There's no reason to buy it. Just like the collection itself, just because one person bought. The person bought because it's inscription number 2, not because of the collection itself. Or this is even like a derivative collection. I guess maybe it's based off of the original one, Bitcoin budgies. But yeah, that's crazy. Do you think this was a L, or do you think it was a W from the buyer?
I have no idea. Time will tell. It's a lot of money. But yeah, for the seller, dude, like it's just amazing. It's amazing. It's honestly so crazy. But like anybody's like, oh, I could have inscribed it. It's like, nah, dude, it was so hard to inscribe things at that point.
Number 2, like who, dude? It was probably like a developer, somebody who was friends with the developer, like with Casey. Like who has inscription number 2?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
know?
don't know if it was good for the buyer.
Yeah.
But time will tell. Like I said, I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. Fahad's saying here it's not even part of the this collection, so it's 2 different things. Maybe they did some recursion or some type of thing. But yeah. Insane sale still for that person. GG. Coins are the way. I agree, dude. Do you believe Memeland will fail then if everyone is going towards Bitcoin? I mean, Memeland had mentioned doing an inscription thing for their MVPs at one point. I don't know if they're still doing it, but no, dude. Memeland, it falls. Not everything on ETH is just going to automatically fail. I think a lot of projects are going to do well. Look at Pudgies; they're absolutely crushing it. I have a lot of faith in Memeland. I'm still holding my captains from Mint. I actually bought more meme coin last week after my video. I have a lot of faith in Memeland. I have a lot of faith in Ray. I think Ray will go to zero with this he'll hold that project, or he'll make sure he actually cares about his project, is what I'm saying. I think most founders would take a flip. We always get criticized as being flippers. If a founder was offered 500 million for their IP or their project, they would flip the entire community. Whereas I don't think Ray would. I think he would stand by his project. Unfortunately, dude, one whale came in and look how many this guy sold. I mean, it's probably too small for you to see, but this guy sold so many into bids. So the floor went from 5.5 down to 5. But captains are doing really well. I expect Stakeland to happen sometime in March. And then you also have the Twitter campaign, the farm that everybody did. That's going to unlock. Hopefully that does well. So I'm expecting a lot. I'm still super bullish on Memeland, and I'm bullish long term too. I mean, I'm not selling the meme coin that I'm getting on the daily unlocks. I'm just holding that. Memeland has the potential to be the next big thing. I agree, sir. I see you have a Memeland PFP, but I agree, sir. You guys cook on Blast so far. Seems like meme coin hell. On meme coins, no. My only cook was a seed investment into Sakai Glory, but other than that, I haven't. There's a mint today. Hopefully, we cook on Blastopians, which is going to be tradable on Element.market. Delucris, I don't know how to say his name. Delucracy is doing a Bitmon ordinals. Yeah, I saw that. I like that. I think it'll do well. I really like him as an artist. I don't have whitelist though. What do you guys think about? We spoke about DGods last time. I don't think either of us are into DGods.
No.
What do you think about CCO? I'm not a fan. I think it kind of takes away a lot of the reason of owning. I could just use your PFP. The best troll was, I forget who did it. Was it like Nate? I forget who did it. But when they made it CCO, somebody just redid the Moonbirds collection and then put his PFP as Kevin Rose's PFP because it's CCO. Gaming projects. I think Counterfire is probably the one that most people are super hyped about for upcoming gaming projects. Let me just check here the list if we had anything. We're going to talk about upcoming mints. Yeah, Planet Mojo, one that I'm looking forward to. I think they have a lot of stuff cooking. I'm supposed to connect with the team. Battle Derby, which is minting today. I think it's currently like at a 0.4 or 0.5 floor. San Fran Tokyo PFP, I'm looking forward to. The Do Marketplace Origin Pass. I'm on the Do Council, so I'm biased, but it's free mint. I think it'll do well. And then, yeah, Counterfire. Ordinals. Somebody asked about Ordinals upcoming cooks. I think Ink on Bitcoin is one a lot of people are looking forward to. This one. I really like the art, dude. I'm still waiting. I'm supposed to get a 1 of 1. I need a new PFP, so hopefully they cook me up a good 1 of 1, and then I can change it. And it has the orange background, which is my brand colors. I like that. But yeah, I really like their art, and I'm looking forward to this mint. I think it'll do well. So that's what I'm looking. I have a Bitcoin Ordinals video dropping this week, so I'll cover all that. Blade of Gods, that one looks cool too, dude. Agreed. I'm talking to the team. Hopefully, get some good whitelist spots. Ash as well for Canto Labs. And it's an AI prod. They're going to AI narrative. And if you watched Becker's video this morning, he mentioned a bit AI, but his next video, I think he's doing a full AI video, or he's supposed to. So I think AI and gaming are going to be two of the strongest narratives, especially with NVIDIA, like absolutely cooking. Mocha team doesn't catch your eyes. I kind of missed the boat on that, dude. They pumped all the way to 4, and then I don't know. I think the token's going to do well, but I really don't like the NFTs, bro. Like, I don't like the art at all. It's not my style. But I like how they do with, they have Whale and YP, and they don't force them to switch their PFP. They're just like, hey, put the 3 eyes somewhere on your PFP. Like, I like that. So I think the eye thing is cool. It's like a nice, kind of like Threelanders had the eyes. Bad to put them together, but Threelander had the eyes. Yeah, like YP's PFP. He has the Mocha character there, and same for Whale here. I guess that's the Mocha thing. It's not the eyes, but it's the face you see right here. But yeah, I missed the boat on it, and I kind of just ignored it. Bitcoin NFTs are on round 1 hype. This is actually round 2, dude. We had the first wave of inscriptions was like months ago, and then a lot of projects got greedy. A lot of expensive mint prices. A lot of things went under mint immediately after minting out. We kind of had a little winter. Everybody was saying ordinals are dead, ordinals are dead. And then ordinals came back with an absolute vengeance. So, and I love it. I don't have much exposure, and I like seeing that they're up, because like it was always Bitcoin, dude. Bitcoin is the king. It's funny. A lot of NFT people don't own or never owned Bitcoin before ordinals. And they're just like, why would I own Bitcoin? Like, everything's on ETH. It feels like a boomer coin, but I think it's a good coin to hold. And now a lot of them have Bitcoin. It kind of got them on the Bitcoin train. So not only do they hold ordinals, they hold Bitcoin. ETH NFTs round 2. Okay, you're saying that's what they're experiencing right now. Hype and PFPs, Ether in round 2, utilities with products and teams behind them. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think L2, like Ruins is coming out, and there's going to be a lot of L2s. NFT Boy tweeted about this the other day, how a lot of L2s are going to absolutely cook. So I think there's a lot coming for Bitcoin. It's getting there, and it'll be huge, especially with the ETF. Now I think there's a lot of money that's going to flow into these Bitcoin companies. Yuga 8 heavy metal huge L. Yeah, dude, I'm so happy I sold that. But I sold it for like 6 ETH, dude. I cooked. GM boys, what's up, Shaq? Congratulations on your wedding, sir. But here we're at the end of the show. Ash, I know it's very late for you, dude. Sorry, I've just spoken for a very long time. Did you have something you want to say?
No. Battle Derby's doing okay. So it's at 0.16. There's some decent volume. So
that went down. Okay.
Yeah, you like to see that, but no, I don't have too much. Like we touched on, like a lot of the stuff. Admittedly, like when I'm because as I know, if you haven't been here from the beginning, I'm in Japan, and so I've been doing this thing where I essentially will just scroll on Twitter and I'll kind of just see what comes up, and so I haven't had like a lot of time to really just like dive in, and so everything that we talked about is pretty much like what I've been paying attention to as well. Obviously, not artifact stuff, whatever, but yeah, no, I don't really have too much. I think that Kenzo mentioned he asked like which ETH NFTs you think will cook. Tough question to answer. I think that you're going to have to diversify into a bag of altcoins, ordinals, and then pudgy penguins, pretty much, right? Like if you want to be super safe, I think like a lot of it is risk return. But yeah, like I think that this cycle is definitely going to be very altcoin heavy and ordinal heavy, personally, from what I think.
Yeah, I sold most of my altcoins. Hope we get an altcoin run, but I'm hoping we get like I said, I want a dump, which I don't know if it's going to come because max pain right now is for the people who are sidelined. So yeah. Anyways, Ash, you're a trooper, dude, for jumping on in Japan at like 1 a.m. I don't know why there's balloons on your screen. Did you see that?
I didn't do that.
Yeah, that's so weird.
What the fuck was that?
Is it your birthday or something?
No, why did that happen?
I don't know. Maybe it's like if you move a certain way, things happen. Thank you everybody for coming to Moon or Dust Show episode 8. Appreciate all you every single Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern for 1 hour. We stream this. We're gonna bring it to 2 days probably in the near future once Ash gets back from his trip. Ash, have a great time in Japan, dude. You deserve it. And yeah, let's continue cooking, boys. Hopefully we get some good blast action for next week. There's a lot dropping. Yeah. Thank you. There's the balloons again, dude.
Bro, what
Maybe it's when you do
is
peace.
this?
Is it peace? No, I don't know. Maybe some Google thing. Anyways, later, everybody. Ash has superpowers. Thank you for watching the Moon or Dust Show. Hit you with a little gorilla chest pound. Peace. Awkward seconds where I'm trying to end the stream.